Hello everyone and welcome back. We are checking in on some of the crops today. This is the field of broccoli that we set into the bare ground because we were concerned of bolting or flowering issues where they had got some cold injury due to sitting out on the back of a truck and it frosting on them. But you can see they look really good. They're growing. We've got one spot right in here that's a little behind where we've had water standing here where it's been so wet. But for the most part, the broccoli looks really good. It's growing good. Would like to be able to get in here and get it cultivated before it gets too weedy. We've not had any rain today, and just a little yesterday morning, so we're closing on a longer period without rain now. And the forecast is thunderstorms, chance of thunderstorms tomorrow and Saturday. Today's Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think. And then there's very little chance of rain next week. So that's a good thing. Bright, hot sunshine, good breeze, ground's drying. But this broccoli looks pretty good. Come on, Levi. We're going to ride up here and check on the corn, the first corn that I planted with the new planter, and see what it looks like. So we'll go up here and check this out, and I can show you the area that's held too much water. And what it does, it just suffocates the roots on the plant, and they may not die, but they kind of just sit there. But let's I'll show you what it looks like. You can see that area right in there. And there's still some water standing in it. But that's just nothing you can do about the weather. But the broccoli looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm pleased with how it looks. I think one of those rows right here is where we started with the second day of planting, which was about a week later than that down there. So now the broccoli that we side dressed and cultivated, fertilized and cultivated, it has really came on. It has picked up. You can see here some of the water damaged broccoli, but you know, it may dry out and come on out of it. You never know. But here is the broccoli that we cultivated, and you can see this row is cultivated. This row was not, and you can see the difference in it. So made a big difference. But anyhow, let's ride up here and check on this corn. Okay, here is the and I don't know whether you can see it or not, but the little lines of green are the corn. I've walked through here and kind of looked around, and for the most part, it looks like the planter done an excellent job. And occasionally you'll have a seed that's a little deep. But like I said, this ground was not really prepped to the level I'd like to have it prepped. But for the most part, the planter appears to have done an excellent job. I was looking, for instance, right here, you see this plant, and then this plant, and then it looks like there's a gap, but you can see this plant coming up. I see very few skips. There is a few, and I see very few doubles. One thing about these newer sweet corn varieties, they're very hard to meter out, but like I said, it appears to have done a very good job. There's a double, and here's a prime example. That's actually a triple. But like right here, it looks like there's here's a plant, there's a gap, but you can see right here the small corn plant coming up, and you can probably see the corn down through there. And I hear thunder off in the distance, which is not a good sign, but anyhow, like I said, I'm pleased with the stand, the emergence. This corn planted 1 week ago today, so that's what we're looking at. And I may have to play with the depth. One issue, the ground was not, like I said, not prepped to the level I'd like to have it prepped, and I was in a hurry, and the ground wasn't, parts of it had the right moisture contents, parts of it was too wet, and like I said, I was in a hurry. So and I played with the speeds a little bit, so I may have to continue to dial the planter in. There's a couple rows I planted faster, but at the time I thought I'll plant these faster and then see if it makes a difference. And of course I can't remember which rows they were and which rows they were not. So but once again, I am still very pleased with the corn planter. We hopefully, as it dries up, and the idea was to plant this block all the way over there, but that lower side was wet. The rows were going to be orientated this way, and because it was wet, I orientated them this way, which is fine. It doesn't really matter which way the rows go in the field. But so what we've got coming up, let me get you guys situated here if I can. So what we've got coming up is we've got to get into our spray routine on our broccoli. We've got to put some more plastic down, prep more ground, and hopefully by the beginning of next week have another acre of ground ready for corn and get hit planted. That's the goal. We will see if it works out that way or not. I don't know at this point. Depends a lot on the weather. You know, hopefully we won't get no rain tonight, but like I said, off in the distance it's coming a thunderstorm now. Whether that affects where we're here, part of our farm, the land we farm is straight ahead about 2 miles, and the rest of it is kind of to my left at about 10 o'clock, 3 to 4 miles as the crow flies. So you know, hopefully it won't rain on us, but if it does, it does. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. But anyhow, that's what we're up to. Also, if we get an extended dry period, we will start making hay. One thing I was trying to avoid this year was having hay, be prepping ground, planting, transplanting, and making hay all at the same time. But it appears that we may get into that. I was hoping, this is typically about the average time we start making hay anyhow, and I was hoping to have the planting and the ground prep done at this point, so when we went into the hay, that would be our main focus. A week, 10 days, get all the hay done, and then go back into the vegetables. But like I said, we'll do what we have to get it done. But if you like what we're doing, if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe to us. If you have subscribed, we do thank you. And until next time, take care of yourself, and we will talk to you guys later. Have a good evening. Bye.